Take two. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, T-2 Retirement. Today I'm going to go for a short bike ride down the river in the city where I live, and as you can see it's an overcast day but not too bad. And my trusty steed, which I use every day, is my Brompton push bike. I've had it for about 11 years now. As you can see, it's old and worn, but it keeps on going. It's a proper workhorse, and I call it Ben. You may wonder, why do I call my push bike Ben, my Brompton? Well, one of its unique design features that it folds up quite compact, and I do travel to work by train, so it's always handy to fold up, and I have no issues with too many bikes on the trains, which sometimes happened in the past. But coming back to my bike, I call it Ben because it folds, and also Ben Folds is my favourite musician, so it's very tributing. I feel that I call my bike Ben specifically because it folds. Fun fact for you. So I shall be following the river. This is the newest bridge in the city, and it was opened up this time last year. So I'm just entering the race course which the river runs along. Ooh. Obviously in the winter this all floods. And as you can see over there, that's the grandstand. We'll be going past that shortly. I did do a ride yesterday, this similar sort of route, which was rather busy with walkers, being a weekend. Still very popular with people exercising and walking their dogs. Obviously that dog's called Arthur, knows its name because it stopped when the owner called it. That's always a good sign. Ring the bell, totally deaf, totally unaware. Oh, sorry. You could ring your bell to your heart's content, but people are totally unaware of their surroundings. The river is very popular for canoeists, and there's a rowing club and a canoe club just down the end of this race course. Preparing the ground for the racing. Got sprinklers going. It's rather windy today. Hopefully it won't rain. In the distance you can see St Andrew's spire. That is just the remains of a church that was demolished in the 1950s, 60s. It's known locally as the Glover's Needle. And you can see the tower there of the Worcester Cathedral. Pinstripe Express is going across the bridge on its way to London. And then we go past the rowing club and the canoe club. I will cut across the new bridge. This is the first pedestrian and cycle bridge they built in Worcester. There are 3. The last one being the one that started the episode on. Up there you can see the rowing club and the canoe club. And over there, as you can see, is the railway bridge, the Worcester main river bridge, and the cathedral. You can see the damage on the bridge there. That was caused by a police car which lost control. Didn't end up in the river, but damaged the bridge. It's not the first time it's happened. Over there's the cricket ground, home of Worcestershire County cricket team. Come in. I must admit that I do like Worcester. It hasn't been totally wrecked as yet. Well, saying that, there was the old Lich Gate by the cathedral area, which was old Victorian properties, very old Victorian Georgian properties, and a few Tudor style timber frame properties which got ripped down, knocked down in the 60s and replaced with a concrete monstrosity that still stands today. All those meadows over there do flood in the winter. Somebody else who's deaf. Cheers, thank you. Apologise, they did hear me. Just ahead is the fish weir. This was built about 3 years ago now to help fish, because we do get quite a bit of salmon in this river, get up the weir. When I was a kid, you used to see the salmon leaping, but now they take the easy path. Fold the bike. Take a leaflet because that gives the opening dates. But that doorway there takes you down below the level of the river water, and it takes you to a viewing platform. You can hear the water rushing, we can't see it. There's a series of concrete structures which creates calm areas for the fish to rest before they carry on. Carrying up, you can see the weir in the distance down the bottom there. But it's fish, what's the date today? Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 5th, 6th. It's the 12th today. So it's open tomorrow. So I might come down tomorrow just to make a video of the fish pass. Right. And there's the weir. There's the entrance to the fish pass. So the fish swim up there, and they've got an easier way to get upstream apart from going over the weir. Coming up to the final pedestrian cycle bridge in Worcester. And there are some iron statues of some Worcester figures. Okay, thank you. You can see the lock there. There used to be just adjust my saddle. So there used to be a lot of boats come up the river delivering clay to the porcelain works, which is no longer here. But there's a museum, and the buildings have been converted into flats. So you used to get a lot of boats coming up here, going through those gates. It's mainly used now by leisure craft. You get a lot of canal boats, and occasionally you do get like a larger cruise boats, which I haven't seen recently. So whether in this economic climate they've stopped operating. There was a little cafe over on the island there, which is open not on a regular basis, but occasionally opens up. Looking up to the oil basin now. There is a wooden bridge which you can cut across, but it's closed at the moment. Obviously it wants repair. When it will get repaired, I don't know. It's all about money nowadays. And this area is called the oil basin. We used to get boats coming into here to offload their oil and other fuels back in the 50s. And all this was oil storage, fuel tanks, and now it's been redeveloped into flats and houses. It does flood along here, so I'm not too sure if any of the flats have got flooded, but you might be able to see the first ground floor flats are about 7 foot off the ground. So the flood water can go 7 feet up before it starts coming into your property. But I do wonder about the drainage for the flats. Nice view though. Now this is coming up to the site of the old Worcester porcelain. It's been redeveloped. Oh, there's a canal boat in the lock. So as you can see, you do get the Canal River Trust come down here to open the gates, and this canal goes all the way to Birmingham, which is 58 locks, 30 miles. There you can see St Andrew's Spire. The church was demolished in the 1960s. It was structurally unsafe, so it was demolished, but they left the tower as, I don't know particularly why they just left the tower, but I'm glad they did. These houses here, I don't know if you can see, the doors have been raised up on some of them, just to prevent the floodwater from entering the properties. Coming up to the cathedral, you just possibly see the outline of it. And there is a gatehouse, which was an entrance, a river entrance to the cathedral, which was an entry point into the cathedral and also into the city. And I shall show you some interesting features. So that is the old gatehouse into the cathedral complex, and you can see on the wall flood levels of various years, and just at the top there it says 1672. (1947) was the next highest flood range, and the most recent one, which is three bricks down from the top, is 2007, July 2007, followed by 2014, 2000. I'm about 5'11", and they're taller than me, so that's about I would say about 7 foot, which, considering the houses down the bottom there, the water is probably 3 parts way up the ground floors. Part of the old cathedral complex. In the cathedral, you will find the tomb of King John. Yes, that King John from the Robin Hood tales. He wasn't particularly an excellent king, but he chose to be buried in Worcester Cathedral because there's 2 saints buried either side of him, and he's buried in the centre. So the story has it, he chose to be buried in Worcester between these 2 saints to ease his path into heaven. We get a lot of swans in Worcester, which are readily fed by the tourists. And as we go through where all the pigeons are, there's usually a water fountain, but obviously they haven't turned it on yet, otherwise I'll be getting wet. And this is where I'll be ending my ride. So, from a overcast Worcester, I hope you enjoyed today's little travel. So after today's little ride, I hope you enjoyed our little trip down the river. Catch you in the next video. See ya.